Welcome back to another Deadlock build guide video, ladies and gentlemen. Today, Abrams build guide. If you're tired of playing beta characters like Infernus and running away the second that you see anybody using Flame Dash, this is the build guide for you. You are going in and you are not coming out. Ton of mobility on this build, being able to get around the map, being able to gank for your teammates. So with all that being said, let's hop right into it. First item, close quarters. This is pretty simple. It's just going to allow your melees and your bullet damage to deal more damage at close range. 116. I buy this. I do 134. Melee lifesteal gives me 12% melee damage, 75 bonus health, and 3% bullet resistance. And then anytime I melee somebody, I'm just going to heal myself back up. So boom, I punch him. Heal just gives you early game damage. This allows you to heal off of creeps in the lane, heal off of creeps in the jungle, just more and more sustain for yourself in the lane. Spirit Strike, you combine these two together, or actually you combine all three of these, and now we're getting some good burst damage in the lane. We have Spirit Strike, which is giving us 12% melee. We have 12% melee here, and then damage in close range. So if you do hit a shoulder charge in lane, you're going to chunk people. Good amount of burst. Make sure you don't overcommit. Abrams super early into the game, like when you only have 2 abilities, you're not going to be able to 100 to 0 somebody unless it's like a haze. So just be aware of that. This build is not very early game oriented. This build is going to be more oriented towards 10 plus minutes. Sprint boots, gotta have these. I'm a crackhead. I need to move around the map faster. It just is what it is. 2 MS sprint speed, plus 1 health regen, and plus 4 weapon damage. So a little bit more sustain in the lane with health regen, because this as well, Infernal Resilience, it gives you plus 1.5 health regen when you level it up. So always, I level this up immediately at the first point. The first ability point that I get goes here all the time. Extra health, I get this if I'm in lane against Mo. If I'm in lane against Wraith, characters that can burst me from 100 to 0, I get extra health. Makes you really tanky, gives you extra weapon damage. You will be selling this later, so don't even worry about it. A lot of people build extra health into Fortitude. I don't think it is necessary anymore, because this build is already going to give you a ton of sustain. Now, these are, let's just say, and also, if needed, you're probably going to need these. If you're against, like, Geist, Paradox Lane, or something stupid, you're going to get extra regen, or Healing Right, one of the two. Healing Right will give you more sprint speed, so I do like it, because with all of these items, remember, this is a mobility build, so it does give me more sprint speed, but I'm not that much of a crackhead. I think extra regen is just really valuable. I normally buy this in probably around 75% of my games, so more than likely, you are going to need to buy extra regen. So this is your early game. This is your early game core. These items right here. Now, a lot of people that play Abrams will go Headshot Booster and High Velocity Mag. I'm not going to do that. That will give you more of a more pressure in lane. I will say that, but I don't think laning is that important in this game, just as long as you don't fall super far behind. Next item. This is where the build gets juicy, is these two. Melee Charge and Fleet Foot. Now, let me go over this real quick. Melee Charge. 10% weapon damage, 75 bonus health, 40% heavy melee distance. So it gives you 40% more distance on your heavy melee punch. That is very important, because this build revolves around heavy melee canceling with Fleet Foot. So Fleet Foot gives you bonus health, 25% slide distance. In the passive, it removes the move speed penalty when you're shooting, so you'll just be able to chase people down, and you won't have to worry about getting move speed penalized when you're shooting. And when you activate it, you're going to gain movement speed and ammo. But we don't care about any of that. The only thing that we care about is that we can heavy melee, and with Fleet Foot, we can cancel our heavy melee. So like this and this, or I can just punch him, or I can fake him out and cancel it. But what you really want to use this for is moving around the map. This is going to be your ganking tool. This is going to be, okay, I just farmed my lane, I pushed it out. Where's another way pushing in that I can rotate to and get to very quickly? So with these two items, let me explain how they work in conjunction. So at the end of your melee, the end of your heavy melee is when you want to cast Fleet Foot. Get it as close to the end as you possibly can. But you want to combine this with movement. And always, whenever you heavy melee in this movement that I'm about to show you, always look up a little bit. So this is heavy melee canceling. So I jump, look up, and at the end I cancel it with Fleet Foot, and I can zoom across the map. This is without upgraded boots or any other items. So again, I'm going to do this, look up, cancel it with Fleet Foot, and then I can charge and I can chase down anybody using it. I can chase down Lash, I can chase down Wraith. There's nobody that is getting away from me. I can cover the entire map really, really fast. I think this is just highly valuable. It gives you so many openings for picks so that you can take down towers for your team. Incredibly valuable. A lot of people on Abrams run Kinetic Dash, and they build it into Arcane Surge. I find this playstyle to be more boring, less interactive, not as mobile, not as many kills, not as many ganks, not as much farming. And I have ADHD, so I need to be locked in. So we're going to run these two items. And if you don't like it, And you can run Arcane Surge if you want to. I just don't think it is as valuable. Now, right here with this build, 3 weapon items, 4 vitality items, and 1 spirit item, you're not that powerful right now. We are not that strong until we get Hunter's Aura. Now, this is where you can just pop off against anybody in a 1v1 situation or on the map. Whenever you get this item, you are looking to fight, you are looking to take towers, you are looking to destroy people's families. This item is going to give you 150 bonus health, and the passive is it reduces nearby enemies' bullet resistance and their fire rate. If there's only 1 hero nearby, this effect is tripled. So since there's only 1 hero nearby right here, he is going to have a minus 27% bullet resistance and a minus 27% fire rate slow. So Haze, Wraith, Infernus, Mouse 1 characters cannot 1v1 you. It is physically impossible for them to do anything. You will eat them alive. So this is where you have your first massive power spike. Somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes into the game, depending on how you are farming, you should have all of these items. Next up, Bullet Shredder Resist. Reduces bullet resistance on the enemy when you deal spirit damage. So anytime I pop Siphon Life, they're going to have more reduced bullet resistance. It also gives you Voice Crack at 40 million years old. It's also going to give you 15% melee resist and more bonus health. By this duration extender, this is going to increase the duration of Siphon Life, which just got buffed. It now has a 0.5 spirit scaling modifier, and it can become really, really, really large and round if you get Mystic Reach into Improve Reach, but we're not going for that for this build. I just don't think it's worth it. Duration extender just extends all the durations of all of your abilities. Very valuable for shoulder charge as well. Allows you to chase down even further, make escapes even easier. Improve cooldown does the same thing. We're going to be Siphon Lifening more. We're going to be shoulder charging more. We're going to be seismic impacting more. So all of these very, very good core items. So this is your core build right here. This is it. 12,000 gold. Boom. We got all of this. Wow, that's incredible. Now let's get into a little bit more. Let's get into some more in-depth talking. So spirit armor, you would sell extra health and you would sell extra regen. You could go spirit armor and bullet armor. These are just going to make you tanky. And the earlier you get these, the more valuable they are. And then we can go enduring speed. This is just going to give us more movement speed, more sprint speed, 75 bonus health, and health regen. It also reduces the effect of enemy slows. There are a ton of slows in this game, especially Kelvin. I feel like you buy these against Kelvin, it doesn't even matter. Character just perma-slows you regardless. But anyways, so 15,000 souls. And this is all of the 500 souls item and all of the 1250 soul items that we are going to buy, besides Hunter's Aura, which is 3,000. So this is at 15,000 souls. Your power spike here is juicy, but not as juicy as it will be when you get Spirit Snatch. This item it completely changes Abrams. I think it puts Abrams in a category of his own. I think the character is really, really, really strong now compared to what it used to be before this patch just because of this item. Gives you 15% melee damage, 125 bonus health, 8% spirit resistance, and it gives you 1 MS sprint speed. So I'm a crackhead, so I can move around faster with this thing too. That's crazy. The passive, which can be done every 5 seconds when you perform a light or heavy melee attack against a hero, the attack deals extra spirit damage and steals spirit resistance and spirit power. So whenever I punch somebody, I'm reducing their spirit resistance and I'm stealing away their spirit power. So a character like Pocket, if I just come up to him, light melee him, he now has minus 26 spirit power. So say, for example, their Pocket bought Improved Spirit and he got plus 30 spirit power. Yeah, well, if I punch you with Spirit Snatch, you now get plus 4 spirit power from this item. That is how powerful Spirit Snatch is. And it also just allows you to do more damage because it's reducing their spirit resistance. Remember, we are maxing Siphon Life, and we are going to improve it with duration and cooldown. It is going to make you hit like a truck. You are going to be so much more survivable, because before, I felt like there was no item like this that could help you against spirit damage dealers. Like, you could go improve Spirit Armor, which would give you 45 spirit resistance, but this item, being able to steal raw spirit power from enemies, is incredibly valuable. It makes anybody in a fight that is close to you immediately light melee them. There's no way, unless they guess, that they're going to be able to parry this. So what I normally do in fights, say there's 6 people around here. You would shoulder charge one guy into a wall, heavy melee him, pop Siphon Life, and if anybody comes within range of you, just light melee them once. Steals a ton of damage from them. It's going to allow you to do more damage. So spread your melees around throughout the fight. If people are within range, always be light meleeing. It just gives you so much value with this item. I don't think this should be allowed to be a light melee attack. I think it should only be a heavy melee attack. Light melee seems to make it really, really, like, even more incredibly strong. Point blank, pretty self-explanatory. We don't go extra stamina in this build. So point blank is going to give you the 1 stamina. Very nice. But also when you're in close range to your target, you're just gaining weapon damage and your bullet supply. Movement's slow. So this helps us just chase people down. It helps keep them within our Siphon Life range. 45% weapon damage conditional on being within 15 meters. Now, this is where we can get a little bit into the weeds here. So since I'm stealing spirit power from enemies with Spirit Snatch, so I'm stealing 26 spirit power every time I punch someone, we could not upgrade spirit armor, because enemies that we're fighting are naturally going to do less damage because we're taking their spirit power from them with Spirit Snatch. So you could go improve bullet armor if you want and leave spirit armor unupgraded until later in the game. But me personally, I just hate every spirit damage dealer in the game. I hate Infernus, I hate Geist, I hate Pocket, I hate Kelvin, I hate everyone. So if I combine improved spirit armor, which is 45% spirit resistance, with Spirit Snatch taking away their spirit power, they're just going to tickle me. And this is when Abrams just becomes incredibly powerful against any spirit damage dealer in the game. Good luck fighting me, sir. Because after I have this resistance and I'm taking away your spirit power, I'm going to get superior duration on my Siphon Life. And I'm going to be healing a ton. It's going to last forever. Let me go ahead and buy this. This is going to...
Now go out there.
This game's horrible. This is going to be an 8-second Siphon Life at this point. This is 27,000 souls. 8-second Siphon Life. I'm not even going to punch him. I would do more damage if I punched him because of Spirit Snatch reducing his spirit resistance. This is at 27,000. I hit that guy for 812. That's with no spirit resistance applied to him or spirit debuffs applied to him at all. With Spirit Snatch, it boosts to 1.1k with superior duration. Next, we want to go into superior cooldown. And I've been personally putting this on Siphon Life. It does take it down from a 19.8 second cooldown to 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds now, I can pop this and deal an insane amount of damage, heal for an insane amount, and we're also going to go Life Strike. So now, let me break this down for you guys. A lot of mobility right here. We still have good weapon damage with Hunter's Aura and Point Blank. We're going to be really tanky because we're going both forms of armor. And then we're going to upgrade spirit armor. So we're going to take a lot less damage from any spirit source in the game, which is a lot of them. There's not much weapon damage in this game now compared to spirit damage. So we're going to be really tanky, reducing their damage with Spirit Snatch and improved spirit armor. And we're going to be able to sustain in fights for a really long time because of superior duration on Siphon Life and spirit cooldown on Siphon Life. It's going to allow us to have it up nonstop. And then we're going into Life Strike, which is going to give us even more sustain in the fight. Anytime we punch somebody, it's going to heal you for 55% of the melee damage, plus 110. This heal is 40% effective versus non-heroes. So we're going to be punching. Melee damage does so much damage. If you look in your after-game damage report, melee will do as much damage as your left-click shooting your gun will. It's crazy how much damage you do with heavy melees. I think Life Strike is just worth it. The amount of sustain you get with this Siphon Life build that we're going with superior duration, superior cooldown, and Life Strike, it's very, very, very hard to kill you now. I felt like it was a lot easier to kill Abrams before this patch. Now it is a hassle. You can go improve bullet armor here. If you want, this is what I do. I just make sure I have both of these maxed out, just good value. And if you notice here at 36,000 souls, we don't have any flex slot items at all at this moment. So if your team only has one extra flex slot open because your team is horrible and they can't take down towers, well, you only need 12 slots for this build through all of this. This is all you need right now. Now, this is your core. Right here. The rest of these items are going to be completely up to you, what you want to go and what you want to build. I've been testing a bunch of different stuff yet, so I haven't actually solidified when I want to go. But once you have these core items, you can go whatever you want. I've went Boundless Spirit straight next, which is going to allow just everything to hit really. I mean, that's guys, that's a 600 damage shoulder charge right there. All right? Because this is a 2.1 spirit modifier. That is a This is 600. Let's just say 629 damage. With that, you're going to be taking away their spirit power when you heavy melee them off of a charge. You're going to spirit resist steal from them as well. So now after you shoulder charge them, your Siphon Life is going to be dealing more damage. Really good item. I think Curse might be the best item to go here next. You have a lot of damage. You have a ton of sustain here in the game. Curse is just going to allow you to kill Geist, kill Yamato, kill Pocket, silence Dynamo Ult. It's just such a good item. I don't think enough people are actually building this yet. That's a 4-second Curse where people just can't do anything in the game. Very powerful. Improved Spirit is going to give you plus 30 Spirit Power, plus 3 health regen, plus 1 MS sprint speed. I like running around like a crackhead, and it's going to give you more bonus HP, so this is just going to increase the damage of your Siphon Life, your shoulder charge, your ults, all good items. You can also go Surge of Power on your Siphon Life as well. I'm a crackhead, so it gives you more movement speed whenever you pop it. It also allows you to plus 34 imbued ability power on this as well. So it just allows it to hit harder. It gives you a fire rate bonus and 2 MS move speed. Or you could even go Pristine Emblem if you like. It gives you 25% weapon damage, bullet velocity, 12 spirit power. So everything's going to be hitting harder with that 12 spirit power. And more spirit resistances. So you're going to take even less damage from spirit sources, and you're going to be doing your attacks have an additional weapon damage against enemies above 50% HP. So this helps you just chunk them from 100 to 50 even easier now. And once they're below 50 HP, everybody's running away from Abrams. Like, there's nothing you can do. And guess what? I have Heavy Melee Charge and Fleet Foot, so I can chase you down across planet Earth. Some other good items to look at. Debuff Remover. This is always going to be good against Pocket. This is going to be good against Infernus. I mean, tons of characters this is good against. Mo and Krill. You can get Debuff Remover, and you can constantly be using this at the start of fights. I mean, everybody applies debuffs to you in fights, so you're constantly going to be getting a ton of value out of this. I wish they would buff this item more and reduce the active cooldown maybe to like 27 seconds, something like 25. I don't know. I feel like this item is a lot of souls. Maybe it needs to be a little bit better. You can also completely ignore going improved bullet armor. So if you just take this out of the game completely, let me sell all these items. So if you take improved bullet armor out, you're at 3,300 souls. Your next item, instead of going improved bullet armor, could be Frenzy. Frenzy gives you 12 ammo. It gives you 30% weapon damage, 200 plus bonus health, and when you are below 50% HP, you gain stat bonuses. So you're going to get 4% or 4 MS movement speed, you're going to get a 40% fire rate, and you're going to get plus 55 bullet resistance. So if you don't want to go bullet resistance, you could sell this completely and just say you go, instead you could go debuff remover instead, whatever here. You could go Frenzy. And Frenzy could be your use of bullet resistance. This is how you're going to get your bullet resistance. So we have no bullet resistance at all. We only have spirit armor. But we use Frenzy as our bullet armor. So this gives 50% bullet resistance. Frenzy gives 55% bullet resistance. But remember, you're only going to get it when you're below 50% HP. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Pristine Emblem. Oh, wait, I already said. Did I already talk about Pristine Emblem? Yes, I did. Unstoppable. This item is very good. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but Abrams, when this is maxed out, he already gets Unstoppable for 3 seconds. 3 seconds after landing, he gets Unstoppable. You can combine that with this. That gives you 10.62 seconds of Unstoppable, where nobody can stun, silent, sleep root, or disarm you. Just very good. You can also not run bullet armor and run metal skin. So again, if you don't want to run Frenzy because it's 6,200 souls, you could just get metal skin and use that as your way to avoid bullet damage. I'm trying to think if there's any other items. If there are any other items that you guys would suggest, Diviners, you pop your ult and you're going to get a 700 bullet shield, 700 spirit shield, and you're going to get plus 40 spirit power whenever you pop your ult, and then you just land on their entire team. Diviners could be good. Torment Pulse can be good. Improved Reach is another item I've been doing some testing on, but I'm not sure yet if it's something that you actually need. They did change Siphon Life to where it scales now, so the radius of it scales with your spirit power. So for example, if you look here, this is how far it is right now. If I buy Boundless and I buy Improved Reach, now you'll see that the circle is as large as my bald spot. So this is going to allow you to do a ton of damage in team fights. This is something you can test for yourself if you want to use it. So without improved reach, without boundness, we're sitting at this distance right here. I'm not too sure if it's worth it yet or not to buy improved reach, but I will continue testing out, and I will get back to you on that. Mystic Slow can be good. There's a ton of items that could be good. I haven't tested all these out. So leave some comments. Let me know what items you guys think would be best. If I was in this situation, I would probably just go Improved Bird Armor into Pristine Emblem. Pristine Emblem is just incredibly valuable. Love the item. I think it's very good. I do like Surge of Power as well. This is what I have been running a lot recently. But yeah, if you guys have any comments on items you think would be good to test in this build, please throw them in the comments. I will check them out. I'll test them, and I'll get back to you. I will be updating the build consistently. The build name is THump Snatch Abrams because we're running Spirit Snatch, not because of perverted reasons. THump Snatch Abrams if you want to run the build also. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you enjoyed the build. I do stream every day, twitch.tv/THump. I've been grinding Abrams. Been the only character I've been playing. I've been no life and locked in. I'm having so much fun. Heavy melee canceling, roaming around the map, and getting as many kills as I can. Be sure to come and check it out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys probably on Wednesday. We'll have another video up. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one. Take care, soldiers.